Second-year head coach J.D. Brookhart's biggest challenge this fall is finding a replacement for Charlie Fry at quarterback. Fry left Akron with 54 school records and last season accounted for 70% of the team's total offense. Now with the Cleveland Browns, Fry ended his collegiate career ranked 16th on the NCAA career passing list. The heir apparent under center for the Zips is junior Luke Getsy. Getsy set out last season after transferring to Akron from Pittsburgh and saw his first action in the Zips spring game last April.
Didn't really know too much about Luke coming into the season, obviously. And we've had Charlie Fry for 4 years, and he set numerous records but never was able to win a conference championship. But then I think it was after the Northern Illinois game, the first time we played them, where we kind of realized, okay, we have a quarterback who can get us through some games, get us through some tough wins. Obviously, we beat Northern Illinois in overtime the first time we played them. So a lot of confidence obviously went in with Luke probably after that first win and comfort level. So it was good to see that transition. And again, Luke was out for a transfer year. So he learned under Charlie Fry as well. So that was a good thing for him, and obviously made him successful here at Akron.
Lining up alongside Getsy in the backfield will be second-year starter Brett Biggs. An All-MAC selection in 2004, Biggs ranked 6th in the conference with 133 all-purpose yards per game while picking up 871 rushing yards on the season. When the Zips are not running the ball with Biggs, watch for Getsy to throw the ball in the direction of wide receivers Dominic Hickson and Jabari Arthur. Hickson led the Zips last season with 66 catches for 882 yards and 6 touchdowns. The senior was also an All-MAC kick returner, averaging over 17 yards per return.
Defensively, Jay Rohr was a big one. Reggie Corner, one of the DBs. Kiki Gonzalez on the defensive line. Jermaine Reed, Chevin Pace. All these guys contributed to the defensive side of the ball, making the plays when they needed to make them, and especially down or up in Detroit during the MAC championship game where we were down for most of the game. We needed some heavy defensive stops, and we were able to get those. It was cold, and next thing you know, they're coming out for warm-ups, and the snow's starting to come down. Then they go in the locker room after warm-ups. They come back out, and it's still snowing. And then you can't see from the press box at the Rubber Bowl down to the field. I mean, there was that much snow coming down. It played into the game because Kent couldn't move the ball, and Akron was able to run the ball on them a lot. Not only that, our special teams just had an amazing day as well. I can remember a punt from Billy Sullivan that I think we punted from our 40, 30 maybe, and it hit like at their 20, and it just rolled for another 20 yards all the way down to like the 1, and it was like amazing. And then of course the defense comes right back out and creates a turnover, a quick scoop and score, and Akron, just dominated that game, which was great. Obviously getting that wagon wheel victory. Banner coming out, the wagon wheel coming out, the East trophy from the conference coming out. Though it was a co-championship, I think it was with Miami, we had the tiebreaker, and we were heading up to Detroit to play for a MAC championship. Again, we're going up against a Northern Illinois team that we faced in the Rubber Bowl earlier in the year. It was like they had our number from the fact that when we played them the first time, we were winning the whole game, and then they caught up to send it to overtime. We ultimately won in overtime. But then this was just a different feeling the first 3 quarters. Like they were just going to put it to us. And they did. What obviously sticks out the most is the catch by Dominic Hickson in the end zone from the pass from Luke Getsy. He tried to pump it pump fake it. I think he was looking for Merce Perndexter, one of the tight ends, and the route was just there. And at one point in time, I think you even questioned whether or not Hickson completed the catch in the end zone. But when the officials came back and said he did, and it was kind of the catch and kind of drag, it was an amazing, moment for Akron football and Akron football history. I mean, Dominic Hickson, he was dehydrated throughout the course of the second half to where he may not have even played that last series, but he did and made that miraculous catch. And then you had Billy Sullivan and Jason Swagger go out to hit the game-winning extra point, and then you're celebrating at the 50-yard line at Ford Field, and it was a great feeling for Akron football fans for sure.